What's up, Tipsies? This is Twyla's Tipsy Travelz, and I'm coming at you with another episode of The Bachelorette Round, Brown, and Abroad edition. Okay, yeah. I'm an idiot, but I just had to do something different and be stupid today. Excuse my face. It's that time in my month where my face decides to act a fool, and I got videos to record, so I can't hide. So, anyway, I wasn't going to swipe or contact or anything, any new guys. I was just frustrated, you know? I was just truly frustrated. Like, you know, Jazzman is busy. That, you know, I'm not frustrated over that. Like, I get it. He's busy. He's got a lot going on in his life. Sir, that man. While I wasn't talking to him, and I said I wasn't gonna speak to him until he messaged me. He messaged me, we got to talking again, and then he irritated me again. And I just told him, like, look, we do not get along via text. I'm done talking to you via text. You let me know when you're available, and then we'll set it up from there. But otherwise, I'm not talking to you via text. Because just, you grate on my nerves, and I obviously grate on yours. Let's keep it face to face. So, yeah, and he's busy this week, and then next week, I know I'm not going to feel good because, you know, lady time. So, I'm just, and probably not going to be in the mood to see anyone. So, yeah, I was thinking, I'm not going to have anything to talk about for a minute. But, I knew I had to have content for you guys. And right now it's kind of slow. I need to get up to the Highlands, but I was just told, now I'll tell you who told me, but I was just told that maybe I should wait a month or two because the midges, they call them midges, which are mosquitoes, in the Highlands are absolutely gangster, and apparently they just will attack your face. You got to walk around with a net on, and they'll get in your ears, your eyes, whatever. They just will literally attack you. So I need to wait till it gets colder so there aren't so many. So I'm not going up to the Highlands right now, and you know, there's just not a whole lot that I can do at the moment. So I need some content for you guys. So I went a swiping. Actually, I had already swiped him and we had matched, and I just decided to finally message him. And this guy shall be known as #Drifter. He is a Chilean trekker. I was calling him a backpacker, but he's more than a backpacker. He likes to find high elevations and hike them, aka mountains. He is a mountain climber type person. Like, he just wants to go around to every country with high elevations, mountains, and climb them. But yeah, he is Latin. He has beautiful brown puppy dog eyes and a gorgeous smile and a lush beard that is to die for. Oh my god. So dark hair, obviously, with this lush beard. Like, that beard is thick. And it's not the short, short 5 o'clock shadow-ish. And it's not the long, like, biker dude beard. It's the beard that's like that long. Like that long. And it's just like, oh, looks like that fool conditions it on the road. Like, I don't know. But anyway, he's not very tall. He said on his profile, he said he was 5'8". I'm 5'1.5". Yes, I add the half. When you're this short, you add every possible centimeter you can. But yeah, so he's not very tall, but I'm not even trying to worry about that. Like, whatever. Yes, I like him 6 foot and above, but you know, if you're a cutie with a great personality, with a sense of humor and intelligence and drive and whatever, like, that's what matters. So I'm not gonna worry about height. So we had matched, I don't know how long ago, but I finally decided to message him, and I just said that he had a really lovely smile or something, that he was cute or whatnot. And then he responded and said that, you know, that he loved my smile, and then he said, like, he was immediate about it. And I'm assuming anyone who has the balls to do what he has done and just traveling the world or whatever, you're gonna have the balls to be like, let's meet. Like, I'm not as my mom would say, I'm not pussyfooting around. Like, you know, and I'm not gonna be here for long, so let's meet. So he wasn't even playing. So he's just like, hey, when do you wanna meet up and discuss books and whatever? And I'm just like, okay. And he's like, when? Or I'm like, when? And he said, I'm free this evening. It's like, okay. So I was already dressed and ready. I had gotten myself cute earlier, and you know, it was just like, cool. All I gotta do is like just powder my nose to get this shine out and reapply my lipstick and let me go. And it started off rocky though. It started off rocky. Like, we were meeting just for drinks. So, and he wanted to meet at 9 o'clock, and I told him I normally don't like to meet guys at night. I'm not a fan. I like to meet in daylight. And I said, just so long as you're not crazy. And I go, and I've sent your picture to my friends. So, people know who you are. So, and then he even sent a picture and said, send this to your friend. So I was just like, okay, cute, you're funny. So yeah, I start walking at about 8:30 or whatever to head to where we were planning to meet. And I get there and I message him and I say, I made it. I'm a little early, but I'm always early. And he didn't message me yet. But mind you, I was not real super early. I was like, you know, a few minutes. And where I was like a shopping center. And the shopping center was closed. In this part of town, like, Edinburgh is a pretty safe city in general, but this part of town does have interesting characters. And, you know, even though a city might be safe, you still don't want to do stupid stuff, you know. And for me, standing out in the dark, because it's not, that area isn't crazy lit up or anything, and the shopping center was closed because everything closes early in Scotland. So weird. But anyway, everything was closed. And so I'm standing here in this little square. It was like the little town square where people are walking by. Weird dudes are walking by looking at me or whatever. And I'm just like, okay, where is he? And I was about to snap because I was about to be like, you're late. And so then he messages and he's just like, I'm lost. And I go, oh God. I'm like, you're not a very good backpacker, are you? I'm like, you got lost. So he got confused. I was on the street called Leith Walk, like walk. And he was on Leith Street, which was way across the other side of the city. Like, oh my God. So, I was still frustrated because I'm just like, dude, like, you're the one who suggested that spot. Like, how is it that you weren't, you know, didn't scout this out or be prepared? I don't know. So anyway, I was like, well, look, it's getting cold. Strange dudes are walking by staring at me. I'm not standing here over here looking like a dang sex worker, like in the middle of the night. Cop car went by, but they kept going, because in Scotland, they just are like, they don't care. The cops are like, like, you really have to do something bad for the cops to mess with you here. They just don't mess with you. It's amazing. Like, if I was in the States, black woman standing in kind of a dark area in the middle of the night, like in a dress or whatever, they'd be like, streetwalker, and they'd come and get me, be asking me questions. Cops just went on by, they didn't care. So anyway, I was just like, I'm going to a bar that's right down the street that, you know, that I've been to many times before. That's where I will be. It's called the Leith Depot. Meet me there. And he's like, oh, that's much better. Like, you know, he felt bad having me out in the night. So I go, and I'm just like, I get a beer, and I'm just like, if he's not here by the time I finish this pint, I am out. I'm bouncing. But luckily, he did show, and he, you know, and I stood up, gave him a hug, and he's just like, are you mad? He's just like, I would be mad. You should be mad. And I'm just like, it's fine. I'm laid back. You know, and mind you, I was mad. I was. But, you know, sometimes circumstances can't be helped. And situations can't be helped. So I, you know, reined it in. And it was worth it. So I already had my beer. He went and grabbed one for himself. And you know, we got to talking. And, you know, him talking about what he's doing, which he was a finance guy in Chile. And you know, just got bored with, you know, mundane, day-to-day, 9 to 5. Nothing was ever different. Every day was exactly the same. And he was just bored. And so he, you know, he quit his job, gave up his apartment and like his, you know, possessions, and took off. And has, you know, he was in the States for a while. He was doing working through a program called Workaway, where, you know, for room and board and sometimes money, you do work. It's projects. You do projects for somebody in a certain area and you stay there. And like, he was just up in the Highlands working at, I guess it was someone's house, building a wall for a garden, and like chopping down trees and putting the trees on his back and walking up a hill. And I'm just like, sweet Jesus. I'm just like, I couldn't do that. And he's just like, well, there's different types of projects depending on what you want. You can clean hostels. You can cook. You can watch children. You can watch pets or whatever, all in exchange for room and board. So I'm like, wow, that's actually a really great idea. So this is what he's been doing. Going around, you know, not having to use too much of his savings, I'm assuming, because, you know, he's staying for free in a lot of places. And right now he's in a hostel in Edinburgh. And so, yeah. And I mean, he showed up in his trekking gear. Like, he's just like, I do have to warn you, I have no fancy clothes. Like, all my fancy stuff is at a friend's place in somewhere in London or wherever. So he was in like hiking boots with like the man leggings, like the man hiking leggings with the shorts on, with the fitted long sleeve, you know, like hiking top that would probably be under a couple layers of sweaters or whatever. And he had said, he's just like, I kind of look crazy right now. So when he showed up, I'm like, this is kind of what I was imagining when you said that you were in trekking gear. So yeah, it looked like he just came down from a mountain. Had the beard and everything. But yeah, like, we talked about books, and he was talking about Ernest Hemingway and his short stories, because he was telling me, you should write some short stories and whatever. Ernest Hemingway has great ones, and describing that, and yeah, like, we just had really good conversation. And then often, like many of my dates have gone, at least the good ones, many of my good dates have gone. There is a look in a man's eye when you've been talking or whatever, and their minds have flipped from the conversation that's being had to like penetrating, super hyper focused, I'm gonna attack you when I get the opportunity look. Like they get the hooded, sexy look, like they're looking at you like, girl, I'm gonna get you. Like, that's, the Fluffy Man Bear did it. I saw it. And they often, I don't know, like they get the head is cocked and they're like, it's just funny. Fluffy Man Bear did it. Jazz Man has done it. Sir, we didn't even have to have conversation. It was like immediate. Like I walked up and it was like, ah. It was like looking at me like a lion, immediate jumping. And now the Drifter, he's done it. Top Knot, Polish guy. He had it too. Like they all get this, like, you can see when the flip happens and it's just like, oh. All right, well, I know they like me. They got that look in the eye. It's very like, I am super turned on by you right now. So, but it was getting late. Was it almost midnight? It was like maybe almost midnight, and it's just like, okay, it's getting late. And so he's like, can I walk you home? And I'm just like, sure. And then I told him, because I'm assuming like he was probably thinking in his mind, can I walk you home and then walk you inside your home? And, bow, 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 bow. And I'm just like, I can't. I got a landlord and, she ain't trying to have strange men in her house and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, ugh. And I said, but I feel really bad because my place would be so off the beaten path. His hostel was way far away in Old Town, like about a good, depending on how fast you walk, it's about a good half-hour walk away. So I was just like, and it was like midnight. So I'm like, oh, I feel bad. I don't want you to have to walk me the whole way. So he walked me most of the way. And then I told him, you don't have to walk me any further. Like, I've walked this at night before, and, like I got protection. Like I got something on me. But yeah, so he walked me halfway, a little more than half. And then, yeah, went in for the kiss, and the kiss turned into probably like a 20-minute makeout session on the sidewalk at like midnight. Oh, so yeah, so he's just like, I would really like to see you again. I like you. And I'm just like, oh, that's so sweet. I'm like, well, I like you too. So, and yes, he very much the Latin lover, like, super passionate. And I swear, having no hair is no hindrance at all to this situation. Like, I have had more like head rub, like aggressive, manly, like head grab, head rub. It was sweet. He kissed the top of my buzzed head. I was just like, oh, that's so cute. So yeah, he kissed the top of my buzzed head, and and he's like massaging my scalp, and I'm like, oh my God. He's like, I'd like to massage you, and I'm like, I'd like you to massage me too. Ooh, but anyway, so yeah. It was a good date. And then like we finally, like, it was one of those like, oh, like we have to part, and like neither one of us wanted to, but it was like, you must go and I must go, and it's just like, ooh, passionate Latin lover. Oh my God. But so we finally were just like, okay, all right, it's late, it's gotta go. And so yeah, and he's just like, yeah, I'd like to go out on another date with you. And I'm like, okay, I'd like to go out too. So that is that. Yeah, the Drifter. pretty nice guy. Started off a little rocky with the being late, but you know, he got lost. I get it. Relatively, like, it takes a lot to get to really know Edinburgh, you know, a little bit. Like, you gotta walk around and take buses and stuff, and so, yeah, so, it was a good date. I believe I will see him again. Yeah. And who knows what the remainder of my days will bring. I have 3 months left, so who knows. But that's that. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, a like, a love, comment down below, because I love your comments. They crack me up. Subscribe or follow Facebook, YouTube, or both, whatever. And as always, stay tipsy, my friends. What's up, tipsies? So what's up, tipsies? This is Twyla's Tipsy's. What's up, tipsies? This is Twyla's Tipsy Travelz. Say that 10 times fast.